talk a little bit about brand journey. And a lot of folks, they go through, their branding or their rebranding, or you're just starting off a business. For us specifically, I want to talk about our brand journey with Boomin Media because it's been interesting. We officially launched in February of 2024, but when we launched, our branding was significantly different from what you see today on the website or on social media. And another series of videos, we're going to go through a comparison because I think it's really interesting and cool to see the perspective of why a company or a brand went down a specific path. So I can tell you that for us specifically, one of the things that I wanted to focus on was I wanted to make sure that we were not explaining, but stating what we wanted to do for others. And what we really want to do is we want to create edgy marketing. We want to create thought-provoking marketing. We want to create stuff that's just going to burn and singe in people's minds. And that's not a very easy thing to do. So you can do it and it go very wrong real quick. And we're a great example of that. So when we first put out the website was very shorthand. So the text things, instead of like your, Y-O-U-R, we were using Y-U-R. It was kind of like you were texting, kind of like we were texting with the public. We were texting with our audience. And it wasn't very well received. A lot of feedback that I was getting, that I was receiving was, why are there so many typos on your website? Well, they weren't typos. They were actually, it's something that was done intentionally to provoke that thought process, to make people remember, like, oh my God, there's a company out there that's doing marketing and they've got typos all over the website. Well, not really. I mean, when you're texting, you're not concerned about typos. And so we were doing something ahead of our time, realistically. And that's something that's happened with me specifically multiple times throughout my career, is I've always found myself kind of being a little bit ahead of my time. I had a clothing label a while back, and all of the stuff that we were doing back then from a marketing perspective was very bleeding edge and way ahead of its time. Nowadays, everybody's doing that kind of stuff, and it's real interesting to see. So when I went to launch Boomin Media, I figured, well, why not do something that's way ahead of our time? Why not do something that's, bleeding edge, cutting edge? And so that's what the process, or the thought process behind that was. The same thing was happening with some of the quote unquote illnesses or ailments that we made up. We made up all of these terms like brandiology and a couple of other fictitious, almost medical terms, because it kind of fit in with the theme of the Boomin Media Medical Center and us wanting to, heal a brand that was having issues. And so that's what the thought process was behind that. But what has been happening is that as I've been speaking with prospective clients, a lot of the feedback is always, hey man, why are there so many typos on your website? Mind you, we put into the FAQs, reasons and explanations for all of this stuff. And sure, it did leave an impression, and this is what I was getting at before, but it was a negative impression. And so what we've done is we've gone and we've edited the website, we've changed all of that up. And so the next couple of videos, I want to show that comparison and the contrast between the old medical center marketing and the new medical center marketing that we created. So thank you for watching, and I hope to provide you guys with a lot more insight into the thought process behind the Boomin Media team and what we're doing. But as always, all we want to do is create something that's real thought-provoking and real edgy and awesome for you guys. We really want to get your business booming, but first we got to get ours booming, right?